Pests beware, your fields have heroes. The Pests and Predators podcast is brought to you by Field Heroes and is powered by the Western Grains Research Foundation. Learn how beneficial insects fight pests and protect your crops. Visit fieldheroes.ca today.
Okay, Shaun Haney here with RealAgriculture.com, Real Ag Radio, Rural Radio 147, Sirius XM, joined right now by Ralph Loos with U.S. Wheat Associates. Ralph, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Nice to meet you.
Okay, wheat. We got all the different commodity groups here at Washington Watch with an AFB. Right now on the trade front, where is wheat focused? What are the markets that you think there's an opportunity to do more business for U.S. wheat growers?
Wheat, like everything else, wheat is affected by pricing and everything else, but U.S. Wheat Associates, we're looking ahead 10 years, 15 years. We just held our first wheat buyers conference in Africa. First one we've ever heard there because it's a developing market. So it's a really important market to us. We brought together millers and bakers from 20 different countries in Africa. We took U.S. wheat farmers to Africa and milling experts to kind of mingle, to learn a little bit from each other. Those are the sorts of things we're doing, but right now we have a trade team from Japan who is in the States. And this is a long-time customer, top 5 customer of U.S. wheat. And we're taking them to the different states to see wheat as we prepare for harvest. The winter wheat harvest will begin any day now in Texas, then Oklahoma, moving up to Kansas as the spring goes along in the summer. We bring those trade teams here to show them the wheat, more importantly to meet the farmers. Very important to international customers to see where their wheat is coming from and who is actually producing their wheat.
Well, especially with a high quality buyer like Japan.
That's right, and Japan, Korea, both are very high quality buyers. Which brings up the pricing issue. That's the biggest obstacle facing the wheat market right now. Our prices. Our high quality wheat demands higher prices than customers could get from other sources. But they keep coming back to us for quality. So it's kind of a up and down, waiting for the market to be just right for customers to purchase wheat. Meanwhile, we work on future customers. I mentioned the Africa conference. We're holding those all around the world, trying to introduce new customers, potential customers to U.S. wheat and that quality that you mentioned.
Is Africa really, are they a high quality buyer in the future?
They are not right now, obviously, but they're such an emerging market. And if you talk to some of the other commodities, especially the livestock farmers, the meat producers, we're looking 10 to 12, 15 years out because things we learned while we were there, their population is expected to bounce another 1 billion people in the next 20 years. They can't grow enough food. They can't grow produce, they can't grow commodities, they can't grow livestock, they can't feed their people. And at the same time, the market is emerging. You've got consumers, a middle class is emerging. And so really all of U.S. agriculture looks at Africa as, no, it's not going to be next year, it's not going to be 5 years from now. They're looking 10 years from now. So we have to keep our eyes on that target at all times. What's coming around the corner, right? Yeah. We have to think ahead, just like farmers think ahead when they're planting their crops for the next year. We're looking out 10 years. At the same time, we have to keep our current and important customers happy. Japan, Korea, Mexico, the Philippines, the biggest wheat buyers around the world. So we're constantly engaging them with our offices in those countries, bringing trade teams, bakers and millers from those countries to the U.S. We have 8 teams coming in the next 2 months. They'll visit all our wheat growing states to learn about our winter wheat crop and those sorts of things. So it's an ongoing job keeping the international markets.
It's kind of never ending.
It's never ending.
Okay, so you have those customers come to the field, put a face to the product. That makes a lot of sense to me. Do you do any coaching in regards to the milling aspects. Here's what you can do. You have this end use product in Japan. Right. Here's how you get from A to B by using high quality U.S. wheat.
We have what we call our technical services professionals around the world. Almost in all of our offices around the world, we have technical services experts, and that's exactly what they do. They will work with bakers and flour millers in those countries to show them, take all 6 classes of U.S. wheat and show them how it applies to their consumers, the end products that they want to produce for their consumers. Here's how U.S. wheat can benefit. It's the quality is what we really market and sell. But we also want to increase the volume of what we're doing. So we will recommend, our technical experts will recommend blending a more expensive, higher quality wheat with possibly a less expensive, lower quality wheat, make that blend for markets that have pricing issues or pricing concerns, right? We're just trying to get U.S. wheat into those markets. Once we get it into the markets, they begin using it. They tend to want to stay with that high quality wheat. Yeah. And that's sort of what we're doing in Africa. This conference we just held in April, we took millers, we took some expert millers, expert bakers, and we had them explain what they can do with high quality U.S. wheat and how it benefits their markets. And they're in the same boat that we're in. They're not going to sell to those customers next year or the year after. It's a long-term project.
Yeah. We talk a lot about the corn acre and the soybean acre. You need to be able to develop these new markets to hold on to the wheat acre.
Right. Right, and that's a challenge for the U.S. wheat industry, is maintaining production levels, right? Farmers are doing a tremendous job. They've gone through droughts. They've gone through all sorts of things, pricing issues. We're still producing a lot of wheat. We like to produce more, so we have to think about that. We don't compete with soybean or corn farmers. It's not a competition. It's a dedication to acres. Some of our wheat states, Kansas, Washington State, Oregon, big wheat producing states, don't have that corn or soybean option necessarily. It's all these other states that farmers have to make that decision. It's a business decision for them. But we've built this reputation of being a reliable and dependable supplier around the world. So when all these countries that we sell wheat to know that they can get what kind of wheat they want, when they want it, every year, reliably. And that's one of our biggest missions, is try to keep that reputation alive. And to do that, we have to keep producing as much wheat as possible.
Well, Ralph, really appreciate it. Thanks for joining us here today, and all the best to you.
Good luck.